Guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Cryptocurrency Theory. Now let's talk about Grayscale, BCHG, and LTCN and why I'm going to hold true to what I said a couple days ago or a week or two ago. I'm going to buy that premium left on BCHG. I might open up some positions in Litecoin, LTCN as well. And the reason, guys, we're doing this here is because the premiums have came down a lot. Okay, there is a premium in place on BCHG, Litecoin, LTCN, and so forth. Not so much on, and there is not a premium on ETCG last I checked, unless that's changed over the last week or two. However, what we're going to be doing here on the channel, guys, is going back to the basics. Now, a lot of people have left the Grayscale space. They're gone. They bought at the very top. They bought $21 BCHG. It's came down. They've lost all their money, and they became sour on the space. But I guarantee you these same people have not started buying more. There are a few. There are actually some people that reached out recently in the comments section to let me know that they're DCAing into the downtrend on BCHG. So shout outs to those people. You guys are going to make some mad money here when the prices of Bitcoin Cash native continue to go up. Now, is there a timeline on this? There's not. There is no timeline, guys. We thought it was going to be last summer. We thought it was going to be into the end of the year. People thought it was going to be at the beginning of the year. Here we are going into quarter two, Q2, and nothing's popped off yet in Grayscale at all. In fact, the only thing that's happened is in April, BCHG. I'm not sure about LTCN with the private placement. I don't really follow that quite as much. But BCHG, there was some private placement back in October. We did some videos because they send out a newsletter. Yeah, you guys, yeah, they send out the news. Grayscale informs investors, if you guys are part of their list or whatever for their emails. They let you guys know when they are doing private placement, when new private placement is taking place. And a lot of times we see the price is crater. Okay, it doesn't go in the position of the price is going up. So when they unlock the coins, or I'm sorry, when they unlock the stock, right? When these private placement people are allowed to sell their shares on the open market, and the native price of Bitcoin Cash continues an uptrend, that is going to be a potential recipe for price gain in your portfolio if you're holding Bitcoin Cash Grayscale. Now, Bitcoin Cash Grayscale, obviously, are the premiums going to go back to where they were last March? I don't know. But to be fair, the prices were about where we were at last March. They're a little down from that. I think they're like 20% or 30% down from that March last year. But that just shows you how fast this stuff can change, guys. If private placement is able to unlock their shares, the native price of Bitcoin Cash goes up. There's demand for people buying not only now the premium, but the natural way the stock is set up and tied to the native asset, Bitcoin Cash, you're going to get gains on that particular stock. Now, none of this is for sure. Obviously, that premium could fall lower and go back down to NAV price because there's, like I said, there is still a premium in place. So if you were to buy Bitcoin Cash Grayscale, you would times Bitcoin Cash by 0.0087, something like that. You can find it on their website, on their disclosure section, and you can determine where that native price and that NAV price are going to be correlated. And then that way you can kind of determine your risk factor when you want to enter positions based on where the premium currently is in place. Like I said, it's still currently there. And I think that when these private placements are going to start unloading their stock, which they always do, it's going to be a recipe for that price and that premium to come back in place, specifically on Bitcoin Cash Grayscale. I'm going to be looking in over this week into Litecoin, LTCN, and some of the other holding trusts to try to find out where those private placements were. I don't read every Grayscale email. I don't have time for it. But in the specific ones that I hold, I do take note. And I do remember in October they were doing some private placement stuff. I remember getting the newsletter. So guys, drop into the comments. Let me know if you're still holding Bitcoin Cash Grayscale. Let me know if you think there's some potential opportunity right now. And are you guys still buying? Most importantly, are you buying the current downtrend on BCHG? Or are you just holding from what you bought last March, which is basically you're down to basically nothing? You're basically down to zero, which we can obviously say we should have been selling into that, right? Drop into the comments, guys, and let me know.